are you? From the early morning, I would like to greet you warmly and have a nice day. Yes, today we continue the story of the old man and the sea. And today we have day 3 in Santiago's journey, voyage, in his search for the big fish, the marlin. Good morning, please come. This is still the fight between Santiago and the marlin is continuous. The marlin, and he said that neither of them coming, neither Santiago nor the fish seems to quit or to show any sign of weakness. And in day 2, Santiago hooks the marlin, but still it is strong and seems not to resist, or seems not to give up, sorry. So now we have in day 3. Day 3, this is the second day the marlin is hooked. This is the second day the marlin is still to the fishing line. What happens in this chapter? In this day 3? I think I asked you to focus on the bird scene. At the beginning, in the opening scene of day 3, what happens at the beginning of day 3? Yes, there's a nice and important scene in the story, in the beginning of day 3. Pay attention to it. This is the most important event in day 3. Because day 3 is a long day. It's somehow monotonous. And this is to show, deliberately written by Hemingway, to show the monotony of the day. That nothing happens. It's just a normal, long day without anything seems to happen. But in the beginning of day 3, there is an important scene, symbolically speaking. You have to look at it as symbolically speaking. You know symbolism? Yeah, symbolism means that there is another meaning for that. This is a symbol of science. It's not a count marker. Yes, this is called symbolism. In the beginning of day 3, there's a scene, symbolic scene in that thing. Who can tell me what happens in day 3, the beginning of day 3? Yes? Yes, Abdelaziz.
In day 2, I remember the fish hit the bait and began to move from side to the other side.
Right.
Yes. The Santiago was told this fish is very big. It was very strong.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. And you remember when you remember the theme, the hunted theme, when he said, "I am being towed now, and I am the towing bit." And we said how now the fish is controlling Santiago.
Yes.
Neither Santiago controlling the fish. Yes, that's right. This is in day 2.
In day 2.
Yeah. What about day 3? He sleeps. He wakes up the second day, and he's still moved by the marlin. What happens in day 3? Yes. Who can tell? Yes, Hawra.
A small tired whirl lands on the steering of the skate.
Yeah.
Or the skate.
Right.
Falters around Santiago Bay.
Yeah.
Then crashes on the dead fishing line that line from the old man to the big fish.
Yeah.
The old man says.
What's the meaning of warbler? A small warbler.
It's a type of bird.
Very good. It's a type of bird. Yeah.
The old man says that it's the warbler's first trip, and it's nothing in the path that will meet the warbler as it nearest line.
Yes. So we have a scene between, at the beginning of day 3. Santiago, imagine the picture is like this. This is the sea, okay? This is Santiago. This is a line, straight line, a taut line. And here is the fish. The line is very taut, very strong. You see? Because it is, it hangs the fish. And the fish is big, and so in the middle of that scene, the middle of that action, a bird, a warbler, kind of seabirds, perches, stands on this line. It stands on this line. Symbolically speaking, what do you think of this? Just think of it. We have two opposite sides, Santiago and the fish, right? They are fighting each other. The line is between them.
Cutting?
Yeah? No, the bird didn't cut the line. In the middle of that critical situation, a bird stands on the line. Symbolically speaking, think of it. What I mean, symbolically speaking, look at the line. What's the symbol of line? What's the symbol of the bird? And try to analyze, think of it. Yes? What do you think of this scene? We have two fighters, and then appears the bird. What's the symbol of the bird? Yeah? What? The symbol of the bird, the warbler. What's the symbol of the bird? Yes, Abdal.
Solution between the Santiago and the big fish.
Solution? You mean?
Yes.
Maybe, and you are close to the answer, but not to the point. Is it, for example, the warbler, the bird, is a symbol of war? You think? Yes?
The old man says, but the warble is the first tree, and the and he sees on the headline.
This is what he thinks. But we, symbolically speaking, let us think of the scene of the bird. What's the symbol of the bird? What does the bird refer to?
First tree.
Not first tree, no. It's a symbol of peace, right? Bird is a symbol of peace,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Symbol of peace. So, a symbol of peace. And what about the line? And what happens between these two, the fish and Santiago? They are fighting, right? In the middle of that fight, there appears a symbol of peace. Clear? Yes. What does Hemingway want to say behind this nice symbolic scene? Yes. What does he want to say? And we have Santiago fighting the fish for his money, right? And it's a matter of money. What about the fish? The fish is fighting for its life. And it's a matter of life and death for the fish. And it's a matter of money for Santiago. They are fighting each other. Then appears the bird. This is to show what? Thinking. It doesn't need to read the text. Yes, the what?
That show to money, not all life. Okay.
Money is not long life. Maybe.
You need to base.
Need peace. Okay, thank you. Let us think. I will give you the answer. Yes?
Santiago thinking the warble when he is set on the land.
Yeah.
The marlin coming, and he can fishing and buy.
The marlin eats birds? You think?
No, the fish.
Yes, the fish will eat the bird when it sees the...
When not eat the bird, but it's thinking it's...
thinking of what? Can you explain it? Yeah, if it sees the bird on the line, it will come.
Yeah.
Why? For what? I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. Because there's no relationship between the fish and the bird. Yes? It's more so. Okay. Yes, Haider, what do you think?
Santiago in the past, he was a strong and great man.
Yeah.
And he wanted to keep at her past.
Yeah.
And he will never give up when he fished the big fish.
Mm-hmm.
And he will stay follow the big fish to fisher.
Okay, thank you. I'll explain it to you. We said that they are in the middle of fight, right? And there's a war, let's call it war, between Santiago and the fish. And then comes peace. This is to show, this is a hope, that even in the middle of the fight there is a peace. There is a hope for peace. This is symbolically speaking. And it stands on the line. And the line is a connection between Santiago and the fish. Whatever the situation is, whatever bad situations are, there is always a hope. There is always peace. Okay? Simply speaking, this is the idea behind this. Okay? How long did it stay, the bird? It stayed for a short time. Why? Because the fish moved suddenly and made a jerk in the line. The bird flew up. Open your books. Which page? 43 or 2? 2. I think 3. We read 42 already. No matter. Yes, how I want to read? Yes, please. Page 43.
I want to say,
Yeah.
I have the code,
Yeah.
but you haven't got the code. You thought you have only yourself and you have better work. Back to the last 9 nights. In the dark or not, in the dark and cut it away and walk up.
Yeah.
Up the tourist calls. So he did it. It was difficult in the dark, and once the fish made a stir,
Yeah.
That pulled him down on his face and made a cut below his ear.
Below his eye.
His eyes.
Yeah, he made the fish made a cut below his eye. Here. You remember at the beginning of the story when the writer described there were scars on his face?
Yes.
So they are real. They really happened because of fishing. This is to show that he spent all of his life fishing. Yes. He wants you to feel how these scars happened because of his job. Yes.
The blood ran down his neck a little way, but it
Congulated. What's the meaning of congulated? Congulated. Yes. And dried before it reached his chin.
And he worked his way back to the boat and proceeded against the wood.
Yeah. Adjusted the sack. Yeah.
And carefully worked the line so that it came across a new part of his shoulders and holding it and covered with his shoulders, he carefully filled the pulse of the fish and then felt with his hand the registers and
progress
of the skiff through the water.
Yes.
I wonder that what he made that therefore he thought they must have slipped on the great hill of his path. Certainly his path cannot be as badly as mine goes, but he cannot build that skill forever, no matter how great he is. No everything in cleared away that might make trouble, and I have received of line. All that a man can ask fish, he said simply aloud, I'll stay with you until I am dead. You'll stay with me too. I suppose the old man told
Fish. This is, he says, said softly aloud, I'll stay with you until I'm dead. Can you see how he's resolute? How very resolute he is? You know, resolute? Do you remember when I said Santiago is willful, is stubborn, and look how he is. He's resolute. He is decisive. He has already decided that either my life, or I get the fish. I must. There is no other choice. I must fish the fish, even if that costs my life. Yes. Fish. I will stay with you until I'm dead. He'll stay with me too, I suppose. The old man thought, and he waited for it to be light. It was cold now at the time before daylight, and he pushed against the wood to be warm. I can do it as long as he can, he thought, and in fact, in the first light, the line extended out, down into the water. The boat moved steadily, and when the first edge of the sun rose, it was on the old man's right shoulder. Let's continue, please, Hara.
he said north. The old man said the current will have sailed as far to the eastward. He thought I wish he would train with the current. That would show that he was training.
Tiring.
Sorry. When the sun had risen further, the old man realized that the fish was not trying. There was only one favorable sign. The slant of the line showed he was swimming at a lesser depth. That did not necessarily mean that he would jump it, but he might. God let him jump.
God let him jump. I have enough line to handle him. He's praying his God. Yes.
The old man said, I have enough line to handle him. Maybe if I can increase the tension just a little, it will hurt him and he will jump. He thought now that it is daylight, let him jump, so that he'll fish the sail along his backbone with fire, and then he cannot go deep.
Okay, move to page 45. There was yellow wheat. First paragraph. Yes. There was yellow wheat. Yeah. There was yellow wheat. First paragraph.
There was yellow wheat on the line, but the old man knew that only an average drag, and he was pleased. It was the yellow dough that had made so much.
Phosphorescence.
Phosphorescence.
You know phosphorescence? We explained that. The reflection of the sun light on the water. Yes.
In the night, fish he said, I love you and respect you very much, but I will kill you before this day ends.
this, look at this, underline this line. Fish, I love you and respect you very much, but I will kill you dead before this day ends. How, you know how he speaks with the fish? He says, I love you, I respect you. Well, this is my job, I have to kill you. See, I must kill you. This, we may think of Santiago as a kind man. He's not a bad man. He's a noble man. He said, before this day ends. Will he really kill the fish before the day 3 ends? When will he kill the fish? Really kill the fish? In day 3, day 4, day 5? Yes. In day 4, right. And tomorrow, you will not be able to kill the fish in day 3. Yes, continue, please.
Let us go, so he fell. A small bird came to
Here, small bird came. Underline this. Paragraph, yes.
Escaped from the north. He was a warble and
Warbler. Yeah.
And flying very loud over the water. The old man could see that he was very tired. The bird made all the steering of the boat and rested there.
Rested there. The bird rested on the stern of the stern, the back of the boat. Then the bird moves and stands on the line. Yes.
Then he flew around the old man's head and rested on the line, where he was more comfortable.
You see, this is the scene we talked about. For example, if I ask you, if I write this, and I say, talk about this scene, symbolically speaking. You know the answer, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. So, see, you remember we said, we talked about loneliness and the disturbance of the silence. That if you are kept alone for a long time, you would take anything and talk with him, or talk to it. Sorry. For example, talk to the fan, maybe to the table, to the desk, just to break the silence. It's not a matter of sanity or an insanity. No, it's a matter of human instinct that man needs to talk to someone, and if he doesn't find anyone, he would talk to anything beside him. Now, for example, Santiago is talking to the fish. He's talking to the lion. Now he sees the bird. And he talks to the bird. See? How old are you? How old are you? Speaking. This is which question before the bird?
The old man
Excuse me,
asked
I will read it. Thank you.
Yes.
How old are you? The old man asked the bird, is this your first trip? What do you think the bird will answer him?
No.
Of course not. So think of how he speaks as if he takes the bird as a human being. How old are you? Is this your first trip? The bird looked at him when he spoke. He was so tired, even to examine the line, and he teetered on it as his delicate feet gripped it fast. It's steady, the old man told him. It's too steady. You shouldn't be that tired after a windless night. What are birds coming to? It's a funny scene. How old are you? Is this your first trip? What about your friends? Your other birds? Where are they coming to? The hawks. You know hawks? Supper. Yes. He thought that come out to sea to meet them. But he said nothing to this to the bird, who could not understand him anyway, and who would learn about the hawk soon enough. Take a good rest, small bird. Then go in and take your chance like any man or bird or fish. He encouraged him to talk because his back had stiffened in the night and it hurt truly now. Stay at my house. You see, my house, yeah, my skiff. My skiff is like a house. Stay at my house. bird. If you like, sir. He said, I'm sorry I cannot hoist the sail and take you in with a small breeze that is arising, but I am with a friend. Who is the friend?
The kind of
No. Said he, stay at my house if you like. But I'm sorry I cannot hoist the sail and take you in with a small breeze that is rising. Hoist and lifts up the sail and goes back. No. The sails were down. But I am with a friend. Yes. The fish. He takes the fish as a friend. I cannot take you home now with me because you are tired.
Yes.
I'll take you home to rest in my house and give you food maybe.
Yes.
You may sleep there. Because I have friends downstairs, under the water. Yes. Yeah. This is a funny scene between Santiago and... Just then the fish gave a sudden lurch. You know lurch? Push. Push. It gave a sudden push. And you know, it moved the line. And the bird flew up. Yes. Yes, I want someone to read another. Thank you, Mama. Yes, Sin.
The bird had flown up when he line jerked, and the old man had not even seen him go.
Yeah.
He fired the line carefully with his right hand, and the nuts. His hand was bleeding.
Yeah.
Something hurt him then. He said aloud and pulled back on the line to see if he could turn the point. He held steady.
No, to turn the fish. You skipped line.
Yes.
To turn the fish, but when he was...
Yes.
Yeah.
But when he was touching the breaking point, he held stayed and still. Back agent the strand of the line. You are feeling it now, fish, he said. And so good, and now
No.
I am.
See,
My eye.
you are feeling it now. Feeling what? You are feeling it now, fish. And so, but those am I. Feeling what? This is it. It. Feeling it. This is it. What? What is that? It. You are feeling it now. And I also feel it.
Tired?
Tired, maybe, right? Right, tired, right, same good. What else?
Boring?
Yeah?
Boring?
No, the pain of the line. And you are feeling the pain of the line. The gap. And I also feel it. Because he's pulling and the fish is pulling. Yeah. She's tired. Now, this is the first sign of tiredness appeared from the fish. You are feeling it now. This is a good sign of victory. Right? And this is the beginning of victory. When the fish feels tired. Because it is moving, this means that the fish is feeling pain. And pain is the first sign of death. Right? Yes. Yes, say, continue.
He looked around for the bird now because he would have liked him for company. The bird was gone.
Yeah.
You did not stay long. The man thought, but it is rougher where you are going until you make the shore. How old I laid the fish cut me with that one quick. Build them in. I must be getting every stumped.
Very stupid.
Or perhaps I was looking at the small bird and thinking of him. Now I will pay attention to my work, and then I must eat the tuna, yes, so that I will not have failure of strength.
I wish the boy were here, and that I had some souls, he said aloud. And how many times now did the old man say, I wish I had the boy? How many times? Expect me asking you this question. How many times did Santiago say, I wish I had the boy? From the beginning to the end of the story.
You see?
And why? Yes? This is fourth time. This is the fourth time, yes, Haida?
To see what he do about fish,
What else?
and he will respect you.
Of course, right. Will help him also.
Yes.
Right? Will help him also. Yes. Yes. Shifting the weight of the line to his left shoulder and kneeling carefully, he washed his hand in the ocean and held there, submerged for more than a minute, watching the blood trail away, the steady movement of the water against his hand as the boat moved. He has slowed much. He has slowed much. This is what? The fish slowed much.
Yes.
Yeah, this means what? This is also another sign of weakness.
Because that is.
This is another sign of weakness. First, it lurched. And the fish now is feeling the pain of the gap.
Yes.
It began moving steadily, quickly.
And not free.
Yes. Second, it slowed down. And this is also another sign of weakness. And this gives Santiago a hope that my enemy is getting weaker. When it is getting weaker, I can kill him. Yes. Yeah? He slowed much, he said. The old man would have liked to keep his hand in the soul for longer, but he was afraid of another sudden lurch by the fish. And he stood up and braced himself, and he held his hand up against the sun. It was only a lying bird that had cut his flesh, but it was in the working part of his hand. He knew that he would need his hands before this was over, and he did not like to be cut before it started. In this sudden lurch of the marlin cut his hand, because he was holding the line strongly and was fighting, and it moved across his hand and it injured his hand, his left hand. He would put it in the salty water of the sea, because salty water is a good heal for the injuries, you know. The salt kills germs. الملح يستخدم حتى لقتل الميكروبات. He puts his injured hand in the water, and he used the second hand to pull the line. But this is not enough, because the fish is strong. He has to use both of his hands. Anyway, we will see he will suffer, by the way, this injury. Now he said, when his hand had dried, I must eat the small tuna. I can reach him with the gap and eat him here in comfort. He knelt down and found the tuna under the... Anyway, move to page 49. The beginning of the page. I won't read that. Yes, thank you, Hussein. There's one, Sarah. Yes, it is.
Well, without and yet the chase
Juices
would not be that to eat with a little line, or with lemon, or with salt. how do you feel, Hans? He asked the
cramped hand.
hand that was almost as thick as
rigor mortis.
I'll got some more for you. He ate the other part of the base that he had cut into. He chewed it carefully and then spat out the skin. How does it go, Han? Or is it too early to now?
See, he is speaking with his hand. Yes, can you imagine? He's speaking with his hand. We have speaking with himself, speaking with the bird, speaking with the fish. Now he's speaking with the hand. And I again and again stress and remind you, this is to show that man is naturally born social. He needs to communicate. Man cannot live alone without anybody else. No. Yes.
He took another full bite and chewed.
Chewed. What's the meaning of chew? Chew. Yeah? Chew. Yeah? Yamdar. Yamdar. Yes.
A strong cold-blooded fish. He thought I was going to get him instead of
Dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah.
Dolphin is too sweet. This is heraldly sweet apple. All the strength
Yeah.
is still in it. There is no sense in being anything but
Practical though.
He thought I wish I had some salt.
Yeah, also another point, another word, he continuously repeats, I wish, I wish, I wish. Why he says, I wish, I wish? Keep this in your mind, okay? Think of it. He says, I wish, I wish. And sometimes I wish I had that word. I wish I had food. I wish I had some salt. I wish. This is the sense of loss. This is the theme of loss. You know, there's a sense of loss in Santiago's sense of loss. Loss and gain in the story is an important, brilliant theme. Sense of loss, you know? Loss? You know the meaning of loss? Yes, I wish, because he didn't have. He has lost much earlier. Now he has nothing but to wish. Yeah. Yes. I wish I could feed the fish, he told. He is my brother. Now he takes the fish as a brother. Sometimes he said the fish is my friend, sometimes my brother. Yes.
And I do not know whether the sun will rot or dry. What is left?
Yes, okay.
Left, so I had better eat it all although I am not hungry. The fish is plump and steady. I will eat it all and then I will be ready. Be patient.
Patient. Be patient, hand.
He said, I do this for you. I wish I could feed the fish. He thought he is
my brother.
But I must call him and keep strong to do it. Slowly and consciously, he ate all of the waste strips of fish. He straightened up,
wiping his hand
on his trousers. Now he
said, not sad.
Yeah. Now he said, you can't let the guard go. Hand, I will handle him with the right arm, lion and top. You stop the noses. he put his left foot on the heavy line that the left hand had held, and on the half line that the left hand
had held and lay back
and lay back against the wall, against his
against
back.
the pull, against his back, yes.
Good help me.
God
God
help me to have the cramp go. And he feels because
he said,
that he is already weak, right? And he has now his hand is cramped. Now he doesn't wish the fish to revolt, to resist. He's not ready to fight with the fish now. When he said, I wish I could feed the fish, the marlin, to give it food in order to let it calm. Let it calm under, because I'm not ready to fight with it now.
So he said, God help.
Yes, that's why he said, I wish I could feed the fish. Because if the fish now revolts, if the fish now fights me, I will lose the fight. After that he prays, God help me to have my cramp go. So he is not ready now currently for any fight. He is afraid if the fish attacks, it will kill him. Because I do not know what the fish is going to do. But he seems calm. He thought, I'm following his plan. But what is his plan? He thought. And what is mine? Mine I must improvise to be close to his because of his great size. If he will jump, I can kill him. But he stays down forever. Then I will stay down with him forever. And it's a matter of puzzle. You know puzzle? He's puzzled, because still the fish seems not to be weak, seems not to give up. And at the same time, he said between he and himself, I cannot continue like this. I am already weak. It's been 2 days. I'm on the sea, and my hand is cramped. I'm getting weaker. Yes. The last paragraph, page 51. I hate a cramp, he said. Sarah, continue, please, if you like.
I hate a cramp.
Yeah.
It is a territory of one's own body. It is
Humiliating. Yeah.
humiliating before others to have a droha.
Yaroha.
A droha.
Yes.
From Botman, possible
Poisoning.
or to about from it, but a gram. He thought of it as
Calambre.
a number.
This is a kind of...
On oneself, especially when one is alone. If the boy were here, he could wrap it for me and loosen it down for long. He thought, but it will loosen up.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you very much. Then, with his right hand, he felt the difference in the pull. See the language? He felt the difference in the pull. And he felt something change in the pull. Of the line before he saw the slant change in the water. Then he leaned against the line and slapped his feet. His left hand, sorry, hard and fast against his thigh. Against his thigh. You know thigh? Thigh. Thigh. And he saw the line slanting slowly upward. He's coming up, he said. come on hand, please come on. He's coming up, you know coming up? Now Santiago feels that the fish is coming up. It's coming up the surface. The line rose slowly and steadily, and then the surface of the ocean bulged ahead of the boat, and the fish came out. The fish came out. Look carefully. He came out unendingly, and water poured from his sides. He was bright. This is the description of the fish. Underline this. He was bright in the sun, and his head and back were dark purple. And in the sun, the stripes on his sides showed white and light lavender. His sword, you know sword? Does anyone have sword here? Sword, that on the fish. Sattaha al-Alis on the sword. I will show you the movie at the end. You will see the sword. Yeah. The sword was as long as a baseball bat and tapered like a rapier. And he rose his full length from the water, then re-entered it smoothly like a diver, and the old man saw the great blade of his tail go under, and the line commenced to race out. And now, this is the first time Santiago sees the fish. Secondly, you remember he said, I wish I could see the fish, to see what I have against me. Now he sees it. The fish jumped. It made a big jump from the water and then go back to the water. Now, definitely the fish is suffering. The fish is suffering. The fish is also getting impatient now. It feels that it cannot run away from the gap of the old man. See what Santiago says. He was surprised. He was completely surprised. The last paragraph on page 52. He is 2 feet longer than the skiff. He's bigger than the skiff. What he's thinking? He's thinking that if I can kill the fish, I cannot put it on the boat because my skiff is small. This causes another problem. It is 2 feet longer than the skiff. You see? Even if I kill the fish, I cannot put it on my skiff.
You will put it beside the boat.
Beside the boat. And then he will lose it. Because he is 2 feet longer than the skiff, the old man said. The line was going out fast but steadily, and the fish was not banked. The old man was trying with both hands to keep the line just inside of breaking strength. He knew that if he could not slow the fish with a steady pressure, the fish would take out all the line and break it. He's a great fish, and I must convince him. This is Santiago speaking to himself. He's a great fish, and I must convince him, he thought. I must never let him learn his strength, nor what I could do if he made his run. If I were him, I would put in everything now and go until something broke. But thank God, they are not as intelligent as we, who kill them, although they are more noble and more able. Santiago feels very well, or knows very well, that the fish can destroy him at any time, at any moment. He said, if I were the fish, I would make anything just to run. And he knows very well that the fish can do anything for him. The fish any moment can destroy the skiff and run away. Can even cut the line and run away. But he said, thank God, they are not as intelligent as we are, and they don't have mind to think. And they to run away. They do not think. The animals in general, because if they think, like we, they will attack us. Yes. The last paragraph, page 53. I wonder why he jumped, the old man thought. He jumped almost as though to show me how big he was. I know now, anyway, he thought. I wish I could show him what sort of man I am. But then he would see the cramped hands. Let him think I am more man than I am, and I will be so. I wish. See, I wish I was the fish, he thought, with everything he has against only my will and my intelligence. He settled comfortably. Anyway, he said, why the fish jumps? He wonders why. He thinks that just to show him its body. I would like to show you how big I am. This is his ideology. This is what he thinks. The second paragraph, page 54. Bad news for you, fish, he said, and shifted the line over the sack of the covered his shoulders. Why he said bad news for you, fish? Go back to the line just before bad news. The old man's left hand was encramped. You find the line? You forgot. The old man's left hand was encramped. And my hand is well now. It stopped cramping. Now it's encramped. And I feel well. And this means I'm strong now. And this is bad news for you. Because now I am stronger than you. Bad news for you, fish, he said, shifting the line. He was comfortable but suffering, although he didn't admit to suffering at all. I'm not religious, he said, Santiago. But I will say 10 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys that I should catch this fish, and I promise to make a pilgrimage to the Virgin Discovery if I catch him. That is a promise. Neither. If I catch the fish, although I'm not religious. I'm not religious, but I will say 10 Our Fathers and 10 Hail Marys to pray that I should catch this fish, if I catch him. That is a promise. Go back to the last paragraph. Hail Mary, full of grace and Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Jesus, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Amen. He's praying now. And he is praying for the fish. Any one of us like him, right? When we are in a dangerous situation, we pray. We even promise. تبدي الدور تشتغل؟ بس وراها بس اوكي الله يعطيكم العافية. You forget. Right? Especially at the time of the exams. If I pass this exam, I will slaughter a sheep. And I promise to make a pilgrimage. You know pilgrimage? Hajj. Yes. And I will take a pilgrimage to the Virgin of...
And the major will continue the play, and he will start on our basketball, because this Santiago, remember the major?
No, why he remembers DiMaggio? You remember we talked about Joe DiMaggio. We talked about him. Who was Joe DiMaggio? You never prepared. Yes, how?
Joe DiMaggio is the favorite star on baseball.
Yes.
Baseball and Rio,
Idle, you mean?
No, he
What do you mean in Arabic? Tell me.
married.
Ill.
مصاب.
Ill,
Yes.
not idle. Ill. Yes.
And he continued the play, and the Santiago listened to the match in the radio, and I can't remember.
Yes, we said, okay, why Santiago loves the Magdalene, always talks about him. معودين. ناقشناها ومشيناها. Yes, okay. I will not explain this, and I will give you a question in the exam about it. It's up to you. Yes, we finished today's lecture.